smoke alarms. And these smoke alarms, one of the distinctive features is that they last 10 years. So typically with traditional smoke alarms, they'll last sometimes a year, year and a half. And then when the battery gets low, you know what happens, that annoying chirping sound goes off, and it's so hard to maybe get on a ladder to be able to replace those. Here's an opportunity for you to not only take time to upgrade your alarm systems, which we know are important, your smoke alarms in your home, but to also get one where you don't have to worry about it for the next 10 years. They're $69.95. They are a customer pick. We're offering them to you on FlexPay at $23.33. We have Bill Duggan, who is one of our home and electronic experts. It's nice to have you here.
Glad to be here. And the thing is, what I'm excited about what First Alert has done is they've been a huge leader in fire safety for years.
Sure.
We probably already have them in our homes. But they took the number one thing, or number two things, that annoyed us about smoke detectors, the batteries and the chirping, and even the size. And I mean, upgrade from that bigger puck on the wall to that smaller atom size.
I think that's big to talk about,
right?
Because when I first saw this, I go, okay, I've never seen a smoke alarm that's this small.
And the thing is, it's even more effective. Less false positives, so you're gonna get less false alarms. And remember, we all have these because these are mandated by, you know, the fire safety organizations and US governments to have one outside of each sleeping area, on each level that you're on. I mean, that really starts to add up in terms of up and down and checking the batteries and the chirping. I mean, the fire administration right over here, they recommend a smoke detector on every floor in your home, in every bedroom, outside in the hallway and in the sleeping area. And when you think about it, you have a hallway with 3 bedrooms, that's a lot of smoke detectors, that's a lot of batteries, that's a lot of up and down. And this one device really just cleans up the wall, cleans up the clutter, but it protects you. It gives you an 85 decibel alarm. It's not just one tone, it's a sweeping tone. Because you know, we all hear at different levels. So instead of just one stagnant sound, it's a nice sweeping tone. It's my favorite part of the demo. Here we go.
Whoa.
You hear how loud that is. You see how simple it is to mount this on the wall. We give you all the mounting materials that you want. And realize, it can be on the wall, it could even be on the ceiling, but it's discreet, powerful, and reliable. And the photoelectric cell in here, it's more accurate. So you see how simple this is to install. And then once you've done it, guess what? 10-year battery life built in. You don't have to worry about hearing a chirp. You don't have to get up every 6 months and test it, because that's what they tell you with this. Get up there every daylight savings time, you know, check the battery, make sure it works. And you know what happens? We end up spending more and more money, because every few months, every few years, we have to go and buy another 9-volt battery over 10 years. And by the way, the one that you have on the wall, the life expectancy of these, even from First Alert, is about 10 years in terms of how effective they're going to be. So even after 10 years, you're supposed to upgrade the hardware. This, you don't have to upgrade the hardware or worry about the battery for 10 years.
So I think it's a great time for you to be able to just pause for a moment and think about how long you might have owned your smoke alarms in your home. Because it could very well be time for you to be able to update them. We all hear stories from time to time about home fires and that sort of thing, and it's so devastating to be able to hear. So we need to be able to be a little proactive and to make certain that our families are safe, giving you that peace of mind.
Sure.
If you'd like to own these, I think one of the great appeals is the scale and the size, the easy installation, but number one for me is that they're gonna alert you. You heard that sound for yourself. If you're fast asleep, that's certainly going to wake you up and hopefully put you and people that you love in the best position to be able to get out of the home if there is some type of fire or smoke that's going on in the home. Plus, of course, the 10 years. A lot of systems that are out there are not gonna last as long. And the fact that you don't have to worry about the safety of smoke alarm in your home for the next 10 years, especially if you're a renter or you're leasing a home. So call us, let us send them to you. They're always very popular. This is a brand, by the way, that you can find out there. This brand is not just proprietary to HSN. What is different, though, is the 10-year lifespan of
And you bring up a great point. If you even go look online and you look for the First Alert Atom, you might see it at a different price, but it doesn't have that 10-year battery inside. So for 10 years, hassle-free. I got this 3-pack and sent it to my sister, so she actually used 2 of them. That third one, we gave to Mom. And the thing is, Mom put it outside. She actually put it out in her garage because she has her washer and dryer out there. And you talked about getting alerted faster. Do you know the an average house fire right now, you have about 3 minutes to get out of your house.
Wow.
Back in the day, it used to be 17 minutes. There's more accelerants in our homes. There's more, you know, synthetic fabrics, and, you know, we don't have as much real wood furniture anymore. So it goes up faster. So the faster you hear this or wake up to,
Whoa.
Sorry, 85
Whoa.
decibels, the more you're gonna be able to get out of the house. And remember, my mom put this, she hung it up herself, put it discreetly out near her washer and dryer because of those lint fires. So you can have that finished basement, you have that out in the garage place you wanna protect yourself, and outside of each bedroom. It comes out to a little more than $20 a smoke detector. But think of it this way, $20, how much did this one cost? And then how much did all of this cost over the lifespan of having that smoke detector? So it's value, it's peace of mind. And think of it this way too. According to the Home Fire Association, 3 out of 5 home fatality deaths are blamed on faulty smoke detectors. It's a simple thing to put in your home. It's really discreet on the wall. Some people think it's a speaker, a part of your security system. I can't tell you how many times my mom has wanted to take hers down because she wanted to hang a picture or a portrait or she didn't like it. I just was watching a home improvement show and they actually painted one so it blended in with the wall. That's a huge no-no. You don't want to paint over a smoke detector, but guess what? Sometimes we don't want to see this, and this is what you can have on your wall.
I think that's a good point that you made.
Two.
It is so small. I mean, look at this. Most people, if they saw it, I know I personally would never guess that it's a smoke alarm. I would think that it's one of those little mini portable little speakers.
Sure.
That's what I would think. But it's a smoke alarm made by First Alert, which is going to be the same brand that you'll find in the major home improvement stores across the country. We just have a better value because typically the set of 3 is $99. Here at HSN, we always want to give you incentive to buy with us. So it's $69.99. So a nice $30 savings, plus you have the FlexPay option. But this is something that is pretty serious. I mean, having a smoke alarm in your home is critical, it's essential, it's important. And so we do need to think about the lifespan of it. And if you don't have, maybe you have a smoke alarm in your home, but maybe you don't have enough. I think one of the points that Bill talked about is how many should we actually have? So you should certainly have one outside of every bedroom. And so if you don't have enough, take the opportunity to pick this up because now you have 3. You definitely want one in the kitchen. I like Bill's point that his mom put one in the shed or in the garage area. That's an area that sometimes we overlook.
In the attic.
But that could be a lot of chemicals and that sort of thing there. So you just never know. But it's really about peace of mind. So whether it's $99 or $69.99, we don't ever want to have regret. And this is something that you have to be proactive. You have to act on. You have to do it. It's not an option. We all have to have smoke alarms in our home. The fact that you can install it yourself and you don't have to now hire an electrician to wire your home, I think is a big win for you here. You know?
I mean, you've pulled off the old smoke detector and you see the wires and all that. I mean, that's pretty intrusive. This is very simple for you to upgrade and be protected. Because yes, it's about saving lives, it's about our fur babies, it's also about protecting our home and our belonging. Our home is our castle. And the fact that you can just place this anywhere and walk away with First Alert name, it's that micro design, but tons of protection because you get less false positives. Because the way it works, this is your photo sensor right around here. So that's where the smoke gets in, and that's where it can read if it's, steam from a shower, or if it's, just a little off, you burnt the popcorn, it can recognize that. But more importantly, you're alerting yourself. It's easy for you to install. We give you everything that you need. And I also appreciate, once it's done, you don't have to worry about it. It happens. Middle of the night, we hear the chirping. We're like, okay, which one is it? And you're standing there. Is it upstairs? Is it downstairs? For 10 years, I don't have to get up on a ladder again. I don't have to worry about my mom doing that. An easy upgrade. And the other thing that I think is really phenomenal about it too is, think about the house that you're in. Have you replaced the smoke detectors? Did they come with the house? I mean, the ones at my mom's house, we've been in the house for 40 years. I don't remember the last time we've actually taken that old one off the wall, aside from putting batteries in it, and actually upgraded the unit itself. Because these have about a 10-year lifespan generally, in terms of how effective they're going to be. So you're gonna upgrade, be more effective, and don't have to worry about those batteries for 10 years.
I know. My producer of the show, his name is Pat, and he goes, think about how many times you've whacked your smoke alarm once that battery, with the broomstick, because the battery is chirping, and then of course you probably decrease the lifespan of it because you probably beat the poor thing up a little bit. So, obviously, we want to take all of these things very seriously. I mean, this is one of the products that I'm always very proud to present to you because you have to have it, right? And I had no idea until Bill said that the new statistics is that we only have 3 minutes. 3 minutes is not a lot of time to be able to get you and your family out of the house.
Get dressed.
Well, I mean, I'm not worried about getting dressed. I mean, I don't care if you don't have on a stitch of clothes, but you want to get out of the house if something happens. But it's not a lot of time. So I want you to really think about those areas. Do you have an attic? Do you have a utility room? Do you have a shed? Do you have a garage? Do you even have a second home that might be another city or state? You just need to think about, you know, God forbid something happens, you want to be alerted. You want to be able to have the best possible chance to be able to get to safety, and a smoke alarm is critical. I mean, there's just no getting around it. We all have to have it, and you need to have one outside every single bedroom. You definitely need one in the kitchen area.
Yeah.
So you get the pack of 3. Remember, the big story here is that these batteries last for 10 years. So no up and down next year or 2 years from now or 3 years now, up and down on a ladder, or up and down on a stepping stool or something like that to replace those traditional batteries.
And maybe you're upgrading for mom, and you don't have to worry about mom going up and down on a ladder and
That's a good
whacking it with
point.
the
I like that.
broomstick.
Mother's Day was the last time, you know, your mom updated the smoke alarms in her home, or your parents. So sometimes as kids, we have to be the ones to kind of be proactive and think about those sort of things.
It's a simple upgrade. And even for a landlord,
That's
you don't
a
have
great
to worry
gift
about
for mom
batteries,
for Mother's Day.
right?
You know, so think about that today as we present this to you, and definitely come on in and take advantage of this special value. Phil, thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure. Happy Godmother's Day.
Oh, thank you, darling. Well, we are coming back, but first, a little bit more on Diane Gilman and her big anniversary.